So today we're doing a movie review of Midway. I saw Midway. It's a 2019 movie, Roland Emmerich movie. It was Memorial Day. I wanted to watch something interesting, and I've always been kind of a World War II aircraft nerd. See, I've never really been into cars and racing cars or anything like that. But boy, when I was a kid, I really loved World War II aircraft. From the Dauntless to the Zero, I loved every single one of them. They're fantastic machines, and a couple times I went to like air shows where you can like walk up and see some of these classic vehicles, and they were the Corvettes of the era. I'm telling you, they were beautiful, and so that's why I really like this movie, because it really does focus a lot on the aircraft Midway, especially the Dauntless. I always liked that one; it was a good one, and so I thought it was interesting. I gotta come back to this point. Hold on. That I found it interesting that the entire casting was white men and some white women playing wives and stuff like that. Sure, you had some scenes that took place in Japan with the Army and the Navy fighting and so forth, arguing with each other over how things should be done or strategy. And I think that's how they got the what's it called, the DEI, the racial demographics balances of the Japanese scenes. These heroes of this war, these real heroes, which a lot of, these characters are based upon, and a lot of true events in this. Because I remember when I was a kid, I was reading all these books about, these engagements, especially Midway and stuff like that. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a pilot for the Navy. Between Top Gun and old World War II pilot movies, I wanted to be what was that show that was on TV? It was a Black Sheep Squadron. I like that too. Anyway, but I mean, that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a pilot, but then I had found out I had astigmatism, so I could just join the Navy and be a computer nerd. So that's too bad. But I loved all those old vehicles, and I loved the history of it all. And they got so much right. So many facts were correct. You're following basically Dick Best, one of the Dauntless pilots, and he. When you have a name like Dick Best, you kind of got to be the best. I'm sorry. So I really liked it. It was very genuine in the roles. They got some prime actors like playing Halsey. You got Dennis Quaid playing Halsey. You got Woody Harrelson playing Nimitz. Real people, real heroes of the Second World War, and they're done in a wonderful way. The movie follows the entire scope of the war from Pearl Harbor, well, not all the way to the end, to about Midway. From Pearl Harbor to about Midway. And a lot of like aircraft engagements involved in it. And I'm just like, wow, I love this stuff. This is a great movie. I'm surprised it came out in 2019. I think Netflix put it out. Roland Emmerich film. And there's some small embellishments, changes for the sake of the drama. For example, like his wife's name. His wife's name in real life was Doris, but in the movie, Mandy Moore played Anne. Holy cow, that was Mandy Moore? Holy cow, she looks fantastic in this movie. Most women, and especially in that 40s regalia, the way women dressed in the 40s, makes almost every woman look beautiful. You need to start dressing like that again. Wear more dresses, ladies. Oh my God. So I mean, I don't want to go too much in it because I mean, the story, right? About the Midway and everything but do you know all the characters and how it all went down? Because it's incredibly accurate, just a few little errors. But 11 of 13 stars, fantastic movie. And I'll tell you why I took off 2 stars. One, when you watch the beginning of the movie, you see like a bunch of Chinese companies popping up that finance the film, which I think is curious. I know, like, why would Chinese people do this? Because, I mean, even the stuff they changed is not that important. It makes the U.S. look better, So, I mean, it's, I don't know. I found that strange to be there's Chinese money behind this. And second of all, here's something that was very weird being ex-Navy. Is like during the attack at Pearl Harbor and in several different scenes with the ships, they had all the stuff's going down. Japanese planes are flying in and attacking. Stuff's blowing up. But I don't hear any bells. I don't hear any whistles. I don't hear any klaxons. I don't hear any... I know it's Sunday morning, but people were up, right? The watch was up, right? I don't hear any bells. I don't hear any sirens. I don't anyone yelling over the 1MC, yelling dog zebra or anything like that. And it's conspicuously absent for somebody who's been in the Navy. I wonder if they tried to put all the proper sounds and the sound design of the movie in there, but they said it's just too distracting. Because probably during the actual attack, it was probably a cacophony of sound with all these bells, especially all the ships were moored so closely together. It probably was a cacophony. It probably wasn't as pleasant a scene with all the true to life bells and 1MC and shouting and so forth. So anyway, 11 13 stars. Really good movie. Really good.
The madman loves you all, from the big to the small.